Yeah, turn it on. Alright, turn it on. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. So today we are going to be showing you, we finally got our pigs, but there's still a few little things that we didn't get accomplished in our last video of putting up this pen, and I'm going to explain a little bit of stuff that I didn't explain in that video in this video. But right now we got their water set up. This is a 55-gallon drum is what we use. We used this last year and it worked out really well. We got 2 nipples on it. Like we said, 55 gallons is what it holds. And one of the things I got to do, I got to put a stake back here, a T-post, and I'm going to kind of strap it down. This is pretty heavy, so it's kind of hard for them to push it over, but we do have 6 of them. They will get bigger, so we're just kind of going to have it down there so when the water does get down and it gets lighter, that they're going to be less likely to tear it up, because pigs pretty much tear it up, anything that they get their hands on. So this is kind of the setup we got for the water. Now right now I got some other bowls around here, because these are kind of smaller pigs right now, because we just got them. So I'm just wanting to make sure they have access to the water, and I don't think they've used this nipple system before. So that's one thing that we always like to do is they may not be able to use this water right now, but we got the bowls right there, and I have seen a couple of them drink out of the nipples. So I'm just going to do this for maybe a couple weeks, you know, nothing too crazy, as long as I feel comfortable that they are getting water from this barrel. Then I can take off the bowls. But right now they're kind of small, and I just want them to make sure that they have water. And then another thing that we got to do here, and we're going to do this pretty much kind of right now, is this is the feeder we got. This is I'm telling you right now, I'm very excited about this feeder. It's a big feeder. We've never had an automatic feeder for pigs, and this is our 3rd year. And we seen, like we said before, we seen Dutch kind of do this method, and we saw it, and I just loved it and had to have it because of the way it works. And if you ever had pigs, you know what I'm talking about. So right now we're gonna cut this hole in, get this thing pushed in, so the feeder's gonna be on the outside so the pigs can't tear it up. And this feeder holds, I think it's 185 pounds of feed. So it holds a lot of feed, and we knew we needed a big feeder because we have 6 pigs this year. We're raising them for a lot of other families. We're only keeping 1, and the rest of them are going to other families. So, and we want to make it easy on ourselves, and that's why we went with this feeder. So right now I'm just gonna start cutting this open, and we're gonna get this strapped down and get that water good to go. So we got the feeder locked down. As you can see, I just used a it's like a ratchet strap on the kind of this lower end, because this is where they kind of could probably push it around a little bit. This is just left over from a deer stand I had, and then I just got a little bit of this wire to do the top. I mean, it's solid. It ain't going nowhere. So the way this kind of works, if you've never seen one of these, they just flip their head up on this, and they just automatically goes down when they start eating. And you can change, I don't know if you can see down there, you can actually change the flow rate of your feed. For whatever reason, you know, if you say you wanted to stop it because you wanted to feed something else and a different thing, you can stop it, you can make it go even more. So this is a pretty cool little setup here. We might probably need to possibly just prop these doors open just for a little bit, because they are smaller and they've probably never used a automatic feeder. And if it rains or something, we'll just come over and shut them, and we check on them at night, and so we'll probably shut it at night. But just until they know, hey, the feed is here, and they'll get used to the door very quickly. Pigs are very smart. And got the water here. I put the T-post, just got some old like electric wire, and put that down. And so now I'm just gonna fill this up with some feed. I got about 50 pounds in there already. And I'm going to put another 100 pounds in there and see how much this thing fills up. So I think the calculation, what they said about 185 pounds is probably about right, because there's 150 in here and there's still a decent amount. So yeah, I'd definitely say it probably holds 180, 185 pounds. That's pretty correct. Now I don't know how long this is going to last, you know, for these pigs, especially when they start getting bigger. We'll have to feed, but I'll be real curious and see how often we have to like just reload this thing after they start getting bigger. But right now we just got them kind of feeding over here in a little bowl just to get them some food before we had this thing set up. But we're gonna go over here and I'm gonna start locking down some of these huts over here so they don't blow away. Alright, so this hut, I'm gonna be putting 3 of these stakes in here. They're probably about at least 1.5 feet long. I'm gonna put 3 of them in this one because it already has kind of pre-drilled holes for that. And then for this other hut that we just made it out of old pallets and some just old rusty tin that we had. It keeps the rain off of them. And we have our huts, we have the doors facing north. And the reason why we have them facing north is because the sun, of course, you know, goes from the south. And so this will actually shade. You don't want the doors to the front because then the sun's just going to be in there. And I know in our previous video people were asking about shade. We do have some trees. Hey, little guy. We do have some trees, but they're not blooming right now. But we are in the process. We ordered a shade cloth. If you watch Keeping It Dutch, it's going to be kind of the same one that he got. And we're just going to put it right out here over in the front with some T-posts. So that's on its way. But right now they're young, so they can still get in here, and there's shade in here, so they're still out of the way of the sun. But we are getting some artificial shading coming in. So I'm gonna, and this hut right here, I'm gonna be doing it about the same size, about 1.5 feet, and I'm putting 4 of them for this hut. Hey, it looks like they're using the feeder. So in our previous video, like we said, we used the Premier One fencing, as you saw, and I didn't explain to exactly if you're going to be using a poultry netting on kind of things you have to consider with pigs using poultry netting. Now, like I said, I talked to Premier One whenever we got these because we wanted a kind of an all-purpose fence, and we asked them about the pigs and the things that they said, which we've seen, and we will show you along. So you have a better idea whenever this situation kind of comes up. You can kind of tell a little bit right here. This is very minor, but right here, see, they've rooted right here, and you see this grass is starting to come up. Now when they get bigger, this is going to get big. Now guys, the fence is off. Last time I learned my lesson, so this fence is off. So what's going to happen is when they push this up, it's going to come over, and that dirt will sit up on there because they're going to root back here and they're going to keep going, and then that dirt comes up on here. And that can start to kind of short it out a little bit. It's not going to ruin the fence or anything, but it's not going to have that, hit that you're going to need. Now, the only thing you have to do is every day when you come out, you just look, and if you start seeing that, what you're going to do is pretty much, and we'll show you this when it actually happens, but on the other side, you just pull it up and just start kicking it. You just kick it a little bit, and it's not something that you're doing all the time, but it is something you have to think about whenever you're doing it. Now the other hog, if you get actual hog fencing, the squares are a lot bigger, and the bottom square isn't really like electrified, just how this last strand isn't electrified. So whenever they do root that up, you don't really have to do that with the actual hog netting because it is designed because they know the pigs do that, so it's not going to kind of short it out. So that is one thing you have to consider when using poultry netting with your hogs. We've done it, it works. Okay, if you're thinking about it, we didn't want to pay, because this fencing isn't cheap, for sure, and so we wanted to use it for our chickens or goats, hogs, and we didn't want to buy specifically hog and then specifically poultry. We just wanted something, and it works, and it works with our budget. So that is something you gotta kind of maintain it just a little bit and be cognizant of what's going on with the fencing with pigs. But right now, before we get off, we have some new stuff, some new animals we got in the mail. So let's go over there and show you those new animals. Alright guys, so we got our chicks, we got them snuggled up in here real nice. We got some feed and water and everything like that. We're going to be putting a lot more waters in here. We just got these right now, and if you saw our previous video, we kind of talked about our brood because we just had some laying chicks. We actually got it from Cog Hill Farm, but he calls it magic water, and what it is it's water, apple cider vinegar, honey, and like a clove of garlic. and I don't know the exact ratios, but go check out his video. He shows it, and we've done it every single time with our chicks, and they help out. It seems to help out very well. We've never had any losses. I know some people don't do it and they don't have any losses, but we do it, and I think it's really good for them. It just helps them a lot when they first get here, getting that magic water. But we got 52 chicks right now. That's how we ordered 50. Now I probably sent 2 extras just in case, you know, 1 or 2 died. But we did not have any casualties right now. They all seem healthy. They're drinking the water. As you can tell, they're running around, just having a good time. And they're just pretty. This is the first time we've ever had meat chickens, so this is very new to us. We've had chicks before, but you know, these are meat chickens. But one thing you always want to do whenever you first get your chicks is dip their beak. That's the first thing you want to do. Is once you get them, have their water, and dip their beak in there in the water, so they know where the water is, because that's what they need the most when you first get them. I do know that. So make sure you do that. And the hatchery that we got these from is Meyer Hatchery from Keeping It Dutch. I think that's where he ordered his meat chickens. So we tried them out, and so far pretty good. I ordered the chicks. They sent an email, I think 2 weeks out. They charge from 2 weeks out before they're shipped. Once they're shipped, they send you an email. They're good to go. And then the post office, you know, just called us here in the morning and said your chicks are here, and we got them. They look healthy, and we're just very excited to see these things grow. Like we said, it's the first time for us actually raising these things. So y'all are going to be coming along with us while we go on this new meat chicken journey. So as you can see, we got a lot of chicks. We got some new Cornish cross meat chickens, and so we're excited about having those. Like we said, it was our first year doing them, so we're new to the whole meat chicken part of things. But we're really excited to see these little, some people call them mutants, grow, and so we're just excited to see those. And another thing, before we get off, I forgot to tell you the breed of the pigs we got. They're actually a Yorkshire breed. We have never raised this particular breed, so we're curious on how we do. Pretty much every year we a little bit have a different type of breed of pig, and I kind of like that a little bit because we get to see the different kinds, and maybe at some point we can narrow it down and say this is the breed that we really would like to have the rest of the time, you know, if possible. But they're a Yorkshire breed. But guys, we're just gonna end this video of, you know, just getting our new pigs and our meat chickens. But if you like this video, hit the like button. Got any questions about anything, leave them down in the comments, and we'll do the best for our ability to answer them. Subscribe to our channel. We really do appreciate that. We're getting so close to 20,000 subscribers. It's blowing our minds of just how this YouTube journey is going, and we're truly blessed to have y'all watching us and just taking time out of your day to watch what we're doing. So we really do thank y'all just for subscribing. Hit the bell for notifications, of course, so you get to see these videos as soon as they come out. And as always, y'all, take care and God bless.